Good morning, Paul here, down by the river, and I'm just reading Hebrews chapter 2 for a little while. Verse 9 says this, "But we see him," that's Jesus, "for a little while he was made lower than the angels, namely Jesus, crowned with glory and honour because of the suffering of death, so that by the grace of God he might taste death for everyone. For it was fitting that he, for whom and by whom all things exist, in bringing many sons to glory, should make the founder of their salvation perfect through suffering. For he who sanctifies and those who are sanctified all have one source, and that is why he is not ashamed to call them brothers, saying, I will tell of your name to my brothers, in the midst of the congregation I will sing your praise." So here is Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Here he is, the creator of everything, tasting death for everyone. And he was called the firstborn of many. And here he is called, tasting death and bringing sons of God to glory by the grace of God. It's fitting for him in bringing many sons to glory and making him the founder of their salvation. It's amazing, really, that God loved us so much that he would send us his Son to taste death so that we wouldn't have to taste death. And we are absent from our body, we are present with the Lord. And I've seen that. I've seen that with a dear lady in a nursing home once. We sat with her as she breathed her last. And when she did, she had been crippled, crunched up and crippled for months, if not years. But as she breathed her last, her body came whole and well, her eyes wide open, looked to the heavens with a big smile on her face, and then she died. Had dropped on the bed. So I know that when she was absent from the body, she was present with the Lord, but her body was made whole. And that's how we will be when we breathe our last breath. If we are a follower, if we are a son of God, if we are brother to the Lord Jesus or sister, we will be made whole. We be absent from our body, but present with the Lord in glory, bringing many sons to glory. It was very fitting that he who tasted death for everybody should be our author of our salvation. What a mighty God we serve. So important you get into the Word regularly. This is a little Gideon's Bible. I carry it in my bag, and I can read it anytime, anywhere, and I'll get blessed every time I open it up. So that's our reading for today out of Hebrews chapter 2, from verse 10. It was fitting that for whom and by whom all things exist, in bringing many sons to glory, should make the founder of their salvation perfect through suffering. What a mighty God we serve. You get into the Word and let the Word get into you. See you later now. Goodbye.